Hello, hello. There we go. So I get the privilege and honor to introduce someone that's very close friends of ours, actually from this business. That's what I love about this business. I'm sure there's a lot of people in this room that have came close friends with people that you met through this profession. And this is one of them for my wife and I. My wife always says she has the most fun with Megan and Sebastian. Sebastian's a chiropractor here in Jacksonville, where I was born and raised. We call him the brainiac of the team. So he's also, him and his wife are Blue Sapphire. Where is Megan? Stand up. So not only is he a chiropractor, she's a veterinarian, now retired at home with their kids. Sebastian didn't really know anything about network marketing when he started. He went to a Tony Robbins conference, and it made him kind of think bigger. I said, Sebastian, you better just get in. And he was sponsored by his good friend, came into business, and he made over $50,000 his first year of learning. It's pretty good income, right? And then his wonderful wife went to the first conference we had in Vegas, and her vision was expanded, and she started building with him. And now we get to see them do meetings together, and it's just an honor and privilege to have them on our team. So give it up for Dr. Sebastian Castelli.
Well, first of all, thank you guys. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to talk here and just go over these amazing products with you. So I'm a board-certified chiropractic neurologist. I'm also a network marketer. That's right, I said network marketer. And I have to tell you, it's this company, this leadership, these people that make me proud to be able to say that. And more people are saying that. So that was a big point I wanted to make. Now, these amazing products. I'll tell you this, like it's for me to latch on to a company with nutrition, I had to make sure a lot of the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed, because I'm really selective with what I use, with what I'll recommend for my patients. I'll deal with certain patients that are really, really sensitive. They have like autoimmune disorders, they're really sensitive. So you can't just kind of throw things at them and say, try this for a week and see how it goes, right? You can really send them spiraling down. So as I dove into this company, as Ricky described, I dove into the science. That's really what latched me on. I was like, okay, I know liposomes, I get that. And then they explained, how it's different. They use that non-GMO sunflower seed oil to make that phosphatidylcholine that Daniel was talking about. And they're able to put multiple things in that liposome. So get this, that's a big differentiator for us. We put multiple components into that fat bubble, into that liposome. That's why that Neuro is so amazing. That's why that Renew gets such amazing results. So, where do I start? I mean, I'm not gonna go through every product because you guys will be here for another hour. But first off, the CBD has been like a total game changer, total disruptor. Have anybody heard of the term panacea? Right? It's almost like a derogatory term. It's like, oh, they're claiming it's panacea. But that's the thing that comes to mind with this, and I mean that in a totally positive way, because you have to understand, everyone has an ECS, endocannabinoid system. You start looking in the literature in PubMed and things like that, you're going to see they're talking about ECS deficiency syndrome. Think about that. Like, we're not getting enough CBD, right? It's telling us that our receptors, our body is actually designed to get this stuff. And sure, we produce it in trace minerals, or in trace amounts, and we get it in certain foods, maybe broccoli, certain veggies, in very, very small amounts. But it's the CBD, the hemp plant that has it in the highest concentration. So here's another thing I like to always clear up. So, like, picture on the top here is the cannabis plant, right? And then you have a little thing that breaks down to the left side, and that's marijuana, and then to the right side is hemp. Okay, so there's a division there. And then marijuana is going to be high in THC, right? And that's what gives you the psychoactive effect, right? And lower in the CBD. It has some, but lower amounts. And then the hemp is going to be low in THC, and virtually none, and really high in CBD. And that's obviously what we use with our amazing CBD1. So now, think about anyone who has an immune system, a brain, a heart, liver. I mean, that's really what this comes down to. I'm at the point now when I'm talking with friends and family and patients even, I'm like, just try it for a month and see what happens. I've got a patient telling me her blood pressure in less than a week, her blood pressure went down to normal on the CBD. Anxiety, I mean, so many things with anxiety, depression, neurobehavioral issues, with children, with adults. Stella, our dog, is a different dog. And so mammals have receptors for CBD. So it's really amazing. And again, I don't want to like brush over it, but I just want to emphasize, you have to consider, like, anyone with any type of chronic illness, they have an imbalance, right? There's something that's out of whack in their system, their immune system, their hormones, something like that. And the biggest thing, what they're trying to show is the MOA, the mechanism of action with the CBD. Now, the researchers slowly start to come in and explain it. But the best way to describe it, it's pushing the body back towards homeostasis, balance in the body. So when you're out there, you're trying to explain it, don't explain it, just that you got to try this. I mean, and know that there's science behind it. And we literally have the best. We have the best. Like as they pointed out, the liposomal, the patent, the non-GMO, all of that, and then the multi-strains. Here's a good point too. So over 100 different strains of the plant, right, to get this formulation. And what that does, I think this is, aside from the liposome activity, it's this that also is the big game changer, because it gives more likelihood of that person's receptors to be activated by the CBD, because there's the variations in the receptors. So people may have tried other types of CBD, and it could have been good, legitimate CBD, but it didn't have enough variations of the plant, or the strains of the plant, to give them an effect. And so what we're doing is, like, the odds are just way, way, way higher with that, the fact that we have over 100 strains. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's an important fact too. So hit CBD pretty hard there. Now, anybody, chiropractic neurologist, so I gotta talk about neuro for a minute, okay? This has been, I love this product because what it's been able to do for everyone, but especially for kids. So many times, it's like almost once a week, twice a week, we're getting feedback of teachers saying, what did you threaten your child? They're a different person, they're able to focus, they actually ask to be put on it, right? They feel different, they feel better. So it's amazing when we can have that kind of an impact, and these kids don't have to take these harsh medications, and they're pretty harsh medications. And what kills me is people are so quick to just put them on something like that with these harsh effects, when this has virtually no side effects, no effects, except helping them function better. Another big thing, function, right? So with these products, with this science, in general with nutrition, I think Tracy Gibbs even says, well, can your child eat food? Well, then they can take these products, right? Think of it like that. Like, what we're doing is increasing function in the body with this stuff. If you ever see the labels on what medications do, it's something inhibitor, right? Serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It's always an inhibitor. It's inhibiting function in the body. When you get the right nutrients in the body, you're increasing function. So, we have to be careful about what our claims and what we say we're not treating anything or curing anything. And being a chiropractor, we get in trouble a lot for that type of stuff too. We can't make claims, we can't treat, because then we're practicing medicine without a license. So the way we get around that is by saying, no, we just get the body working better. We're just restoring function, and that's exactly what these products are helping do. They're restoring function, bringing balance back. So, I talked about Neuro a little bit. Now, the other thing is, I remember when that product came out, I called my parents, and I was like, okay, there's this amazing product. It's great for your brain and your nervous system. You guys are going to take this. This is going to be my card or yours. Like, that's how strongly I felt about it, because I believe it's warding off neurodegeneration, right? So Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, all these type of things that can end up, down the line. Because what is it doing? It's increasing circulation in the brain, microcirculation, which allows us to detoxify the brain better. Also, it's increasing synaptic connections in the brain. So, if you've ever seen what someone has to do after a stroke or rehab, right? They're trying to reconnect pathways or lay down new pathways. That's neuroplasticity. Like, that's the last 10 years, all this research has been showing us, hey, the brain is plastic, the brain can change, it can make new connections. Well, guess what Neuro helps us do? It helps us make new connections. So that's another amazing feature of this product. So people of all ages love the Neuro for that. All right, now, here, let's talk about Eternal. Because I remember when I jumped in, I was excited about the products, but I do remember, when are they going to get glutathione? They got to get glutathione. Geeking out about glutathione. And now, you've probably heard Tracy talk about it lots of times. For probably 7-8 years prior to working with Vasayo, I was familiar with what glutathione does and can do. It is so powerful for the immune system. Anyone dealing with any type of autoimmune condition should at least do a trial for a month or two of the Eternal because of what that glutathione can do. They're usually depleted glutathione levels. Any smokers need to be up their glutathione levels. It's so critical. Think of glutathione as the molecule that jumps on the grenade, right? That's really what it jumps on that mercury molecule or that toxic, whatever it is, and then it allows you to safely clear it out of your body. So that's why, here's a great upsell for you guys. If you recommend the Detox, well, you gotta do the Detox with the Eternal, because you want to clear those toxins out, and you want to help do it smoothly and safely as possible. So the other things with the Eternal is we're getting liposomal CoQ10, and with heart health and with nerve health. That's really important. People dealing with things like neuropathy, familiar with that, or diabetic neuropathy, nerve degeneration, they need CoQ10. So, I'm always asked, hey, what would be good for this? What would be good for that? It's like, I almost want to say, just have them get one of everything. Just get the whole thing. They need the core. They're probably going to benefit from the sleep. But I mean, you can kind of tailor some of that stuff a little bit when you have some of those kind of conditions. So, sorry I couldn't go over everything here. Looks like I'm running out of time. But thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.